everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys doing well. Today I'm going to be ranking 18 different 5th gen girl group debuts. Now for this ranking, I'm going to be looking at two things. 1. The music as a whole, which includes the B-sides if any. 2. How well the song works as a debut, which will help you a lot in this ranking. So, without further ado, let's get into it! If I could describe this song with one word, it would be lazy. The instrumental is really bare bones, and the reliance of the yeah-yeah-yeahs is really apparent as it is used throughout the whole song at literally every opportunity possible. It also just doesn't sound good. It made me want to turn off the song on my first initial listen. It's also really confusing about why they use the yeah-yeah so much, because it isn't catchy, melodic, and just doesn't add anything to the song. The verses are boring and unremarkable, and the pre-chorus is good like every other YG girl group pre-chorus. The chorus lacks a proper hook and relies on non-melodic sing-talking over a boring beat. And the meow ad-libs were also really unnecessary and feel overwhelming with all of the shouting already on the song. It didn't even have a good final party chorus, which is something that I love about almost every YG song. It was just the yeah-yeah-yeahs again over a Brazilian-inspired beat, which is such an anticlimactic way to end a song like this that's supposed to be really high energy. It just feels so rushed, like they didn't even try. I don't believe that every song needs to be crazy experimental or ambitious. A song can be basic but still be amazing. But this song was just so bare bones and has so little going on, yet it still overwhelms the listener. And especially coming from a big three group, they have the fun to be making better music, so I don't understand why this was so rushed. I also don't know anything about this group, anything about their concept from this debut. So overall, the song not only fails as a song, but as a debut. I wish nothing but the best for the girls. I hope they're doing well, but this debut was just not it. I never understood the hype about the song. And when it came out, I was the biggest hater. Like, I hated this song when it came out. It just sounds like an aespa NCT reject. Like, it reminds me a lot of girls. The mixing of the song is very weird, especially in the pre-chorus. And the vocal effects are also just really odd, especially in the verses. The instrumental is very, very clunky and doesn't match the melodies written on top of it. Something that also really bothers me is just the ad-libs in the song. They feel very shoehorned in and are used like all the time. I think every single line has an ad-lib, which just doesn't give you the opportunity to really breathe in the song. And I felt really overwhelmed while listening to the song. And it's really apparent in sections such as the pre-chorus and the bridge. The song is also just really boring and uninteresting. Like, nothing happens in the song. And it's just really forgettable. The B-sides are also not notable, and I do not remember anything about that song after just listening to it. My dislike for the song isn't as much as it used to be when it came out. I don't hate it, but I don't like it either. Their following release, I did kind of skim through it, haven't given it a proper listen. It didn't sound too shabby, not gonna lie, like it didn't sound terrible. So at least they improved. But it didn't sound incredible, but hey, I'll appreciate any improvement over this. And I'm not against the AI groups. Like, I'm really not against AI groups at all. But the members don't even feel like characters to me, they just feel like NPCs. And overall, just kinda lame, not gonna lie. Oh my gosh. Oh no, young posse. Okay, I have a very rocky relationship with this group. 1, for being Kara's granddaughters. But 2, we're just having so many minors in the group, like it's actually disgusting. And the things they sing about, like in Macaroni Cheese, is so disgusting. Along with the group name just sounding like something really inappropriate makes me feel so uncomfortable, and it's so gross. And even ignoring all of that, the song Macaroni Cheese is just genuinely terrible. Like, if I was in the studio and heard that that was gonna be the song I had to sing for my debut, I would have genuinely cried. Like, I would have genuinely cried. The thing that icks me about the song the most is the ASMR aspect of the song, especially in the chorus. Like, why are you whispering in my ear? Like, ew, get away, get away, get away, get away, get away. Also, I don't think they swallowed their spit while listening to, like, while recording, it just sounds very, like, spitty. It's just ew, 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 ew. And throughout this project, I get moments of, you know, it wasn't too bad, to, oh my gosh, turn that off, please. I think that's the best way I can describe this project. I will give them one thing though. At least they stand out. Of all the debuts in this video, theirs stands out the most. They have an established sound off the bat, and they're pretty unique because they go all in with the hip-hop concept, and especially seen in their latest comeback, A.T.A.P, which is like full-on 90s hip-hop. So I'll give them points for being unique, and at least standing out compared to other girl groups out right now. The rappers aren't too bad either, like some of them are actually pretty solid, not gonna lie. But even so, I can't ever see myself supporting this group. So this was actually the group that made me want to make this video. Okay, so where do I start with Bad Villain? And so with the positives. One thing I liked about their song Bad Villain was like the classical crossover in the chorus. I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, that's my positive notes. I wasn't a really big fan of this debut at all. Okay, first of all, some of the members over-exaggerate their voices to the point where like it just gives me the ick, like they're just doing too much. And since we're on this topic, I need to talk about the lyrics. I'm not really a stickler for lyrics, like I really don't care. I listen to XG, I listen to hyperpop, I really don't care a lot of the time. But these lyrics, man, they misuse AAVE a lot. And the only reason why I'm talking about this is not because I'm offended or anything like that, but rather because I just think it sounds terrible, and the English lyrics in general just make no sense, and it's really distracting. Although I'm not gonna lie, the lyrics are kind of camp, especially the "you ain't even gang" part. Like, it's kind of funny, and I feel that way about all of their songs. Is their music just a boring girl crush concept mixed in with some hip hop elements that ranges from alright to terrible? Yes. But do I at least have fun while listening to their music? Yeah. And that's why they're ranked above Young Posse. That's actually the only reason why. And even though I do find some ironic enjoyment in their music, it was still a really disappointing debut, because I was really hyped for this debut just because Emma was debuting and because of the company, but the music was not it at all. You know, in hindsight, I don't think this debut was that bad. I still agree it's just a Blackpink reject that sounds like every other song that Teddy has produced, but I will say, it is better than literally all of the other songs in this ranking so far. There's at least something interesting, like there's some interesting things happening in the song compared to Meow. Like, it's still boring and lazy. I just don't find it to be as bad as the other songs so far. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to add except for the fact that we need Teddy out of the studio. Like, I'm being serious, like get him out there immediately, please. This release was okay. The title track was kind of boring. The instrumental was kind of interesting at parts, and I do see this song potentially growing on me in the future, but for now it's just not for me. The B-sides are alright. Dopamine is definitely the standout, which sounds a lot like Bubblegum by NewJeans actually, but I do think they should have chosen Dopamine as the title track because I think it fits their concept a lot better, you know, like the youthful, nostalgic concept they were going for. I think it fits it a lot better in my opinion compared to Uno. But overall, not a bad debut, just nothing I go back to, and it's just kind of mid, but not awful. Oh boy, it's rescene, yay! In my first ever video, I went on a bit of a rant talking about how much I disliked the song. And you know, re-listening to it for this video, it's not that bad. I still agree with my critiques. I think the hardcore EDM in the chorus and the horns in the post-chorus don't really fit that well together. Their song Yo-Yo does a better job at this, with the chorus and the post-chorus fitting together a lot better. And I wish that song was chosen as the debut song instead of The mixing in the horn parts also really, like, not that good. because the horns are way too loud. And I'm just not a fan of the chorus in general, the like it just doesn't sound good to me. And it just goes on for way too long, like the tension just takes too long to snap. And I do like the song they've established in this debut, and it does make them stand out a little bit. And I understand why this song is so loved. It's just not for me. Anyways, on to the next one. The song was like really popular on Twitter for like a hot minute. The melodies are cute, although I don't really see myself going back to it very often, but I don't hate it. Yeah, that's all I can really say. There's nothing to be mad about. It's cute, and yeah, it's just, if anything, it's just kind of mid. Yeah. Anyways, on to the next one. I'm not gonna even attempt to pronounce that group's name. I hate that name, by the way. I had really high expectations for this group, just because so many of my favorite idols like ever are in this group. The music was alright. I actually really like Cheeky. I know a lot of people didn't like that song, but I really like Cheeky. The chorus reminds me of some like 2010 pop songs. You know, like that nostalgic feel in the chorus. I really liked it. And Daify was very cute, simple little pop song. Although the rest of the album does lose the plot, and I wish they continued with this refreshing pop sound the first two songs had. But, oh well. Overall, this group was a big missed opportunity, and the fact they're only having one other album after this is so ridiculous. Like, what was the point of this group? Anyway, on to the next one. Okay, this group is kind of a sneak, I'm not gonna lie, but I really wanted to talk about them, because they're one of the only groups out right now that's doing proper Christian horoscope music. And guess what? There's no minors in the group. I know, it's shocking, right? This release was pretty and glittery, and I literally had the biggest smile on my face while listening to this release. I haven't gone back to it as often as I thought I would go back to it, but it's still very cohesive and very solid. I would highly recommend the song Shozo. I think that song is very, very delicious, very, very good. Overall, really like this one, and I can't wait to see what this group does next. Speaking of underage members, one adult, and the maknae is like 12. What the hell? That is actually disgusting, and it seems more like a babysitting gig for Belle. But anyways, ignoring that, the music was pretty good actually. Superwoman was a cute little tropical house song. I like how chill and simple the song is. It's quite refreshing compared to a lot of the other crazy K-pop songs that's coming out at the moment. Like I said, I don't think that every single song needs to be crazy, experimental, or ambitious. I appreciate a cute little simple song, but it's simple without being boring. Butterfly's Dream was definitely the standout. It's super duper cute, and it's very cubic if I had to describe it. And What You Need was very, very fun. Like, this was a pretty good debut. Although those minors though, yikes, 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 yikes. This group is so unserious, and I love them. I love the rapper, her voice is so fun. And the song is just super duper camp. And the pre-chorus is actually pretty good. Yeah, this release is just really, really fun. I really enjoyed it. And if you haven't already, I highly recommend listening to their newest song, Riz. I know the title, but the song is really, really good. And yeah, I really like this group so far. Out of all the groups in this list so far, or just in the list in general, I would say Kiss of Life had the best debut in the sense that it establishes the group's sexy concept and gives each member solo songs that shows them off individually, showing what makes each member unique and their strengths, which I love, and I love when groups do this. Shep was very good. It reminds me a lot of early Ariana Grande songs. Although my only critique of Shep, and I have this critique for a lot of the earlier releases of Kiss of Life, would be Belle's high notes. It's really, really sharp and kind of hurts my ears while listening to it. But they have improved it in their recent songs because I don't really have that same complaints. And of course, you know, I love Sugarcoat. It was my song of the year last year. I loved it. But the rest, okay. The other group B-side was really generic, boring nostalgia ballad that I didn't really care about. The other solo songs weren't that good, especially compared to Sugarcoat. and was just really forgettable. I have given this album quite a few listens. Like I think I listened to it like 6 times for this video, and it just hasn't clicked for me. The reason why Kiss of Life is ranked so high is just for how good of establishing like the group's sound and the members and everything like that, and just their overall like artistic direction. But besides that, the music just didn't hit home for me. I was really disappointed by this debut when it came out. I still remember where I was that day. I just wrote an exam and I sat down to listen to it, and I was just like, was that it? But re-listening to it a few times, the album really grew on me. Especially Virtual Angel. I hated that song initially. I thought it was really boring. But after giving it another chance, I actually really like it. I understand why some people love it. It's just very beautiful and really holds a very sentimental place in my heart. Like, I don't think it's the best song ever, but I always appreciate what it does. And along with the music video, which was gorgeous, it was just a very nice era. The album had some really good standouts such as Sparkle, Distress, Candy Crush, and Flower Rhythm. And it is a good listen, although it is kind of mid. One of my complaints would be Birth and Flower Rhythm, kind of. I just think that, especially Birth, is just really, really dark and really stands out like a sore thumb in their discography. And while listening to that album, it does come as a bit of a jump scare. Like, it's just really, really, really dark. And another one of my complaints would be the sampling in their song, specifically Air. Honestly, I can make a whole video just based off the sampling in ARTMS. But I'm just gonna leave it for another day. I just think that the way they sample, specifically in Air, it's just done really poorly, especially compared to how they used to sample in Loona. I just think it's not that good. But overall, I like this debut, and I really enjoyed it. This debut really surprised me. Magnetic was, I'm pretty sure, the very first K-pop song to be Plug-in B, which is a genre from SoundCloud. And if you use TikTok, you might have heard a few remixes of other songs with this genre. Like, is Magnetic just a TikTok song? Yeah. Is it a good TikTok song? Yeah. My World has a really cool filter on their vocals to make them sound like they're underwater in the chorus, which is very interesting and very cool. Midnight Fiction was very pretty and is definitely my favorite song from this album. And Lucky Girl, while being the worst song, I don't think it's awful. And overall, this project has a very clear image about the group's concept, and just a really solid debut. Like ARTMS, I wasn't the biggest fan of this album when it came out, but it grew on me quite a lot. I still don't like Sensitive. I just think it doesn't go anywhere and just lingers around, especially in the chorus. It also has like this ASMR quality that I can't really explain. Like, it just kind of gives me the ick. I don't know. Like, something about it's just a little bit too ASMR-y for me. The next two B-sides though were very, very solid. My favorite one was definitely Strawberry Soda, which was very delicious. Overall, very solid debut. And it's proper K-pop. Like, those B-sides were like proper sounding K-pop, especially Utopia. Yeah, really enjoyed it. This group was really, really surprising because not only are they a female band, which is extremely rare in K-pop, but the music was actually pretty good. The first song was kind of mid, but the next two songs were excellent. The score reminds me a lot of really good anime openings, and Secret Diary reminds me of classic Vocaloid songs, which I love. I really loved this debut, and their follow-up title track TBH was even better than the score, and it's also very Vocaloid anime opening coded, and it's definitely a contender for my favorite title track for 2024. I will be keeping an eye on this group, and I can't wait to see more from them. Oh, and also off topic, but the girl in this fan cam with the drums is so cool. Like, ooh, like, get it, girl. Anyways, on to number 1. Where do I even start with this release? Good Girl was so K-pop sounding, and everything I love about K-pop. The catchy melodies, the post-chorus, The freaking key change at the end, like hello? I love key changes, and when a song has a key change, I immediately love it. Like I love key changes so much. And it's definitely a contender for my favorite title track of 2024. No Fake was pretty good, and Candy hashtags sound like a T-ara reject, which is why it slaps. Overall, Candy Shop not only takes the cake for having my favorite 5th gen debut, but also the best 5th gen discography out of all 5th gen groups, including the boy groups up right now. And yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. This video took a very long time to make, and it was very fun, although I think I'm a little bit trained out because this took so long to make. Let me know if I should do more rankings in the comments, or if you have any recommendations or things like that. I had lots of fun, and yeah. Anyways, bye!